Hi. Hello, Suki. How are you? Hey, Evan. This one's for you. So, for those of you who are not Evan, no. So in August this year, I had my birthday party here. On the one day, all summer, when it decided to pour rain, like buckets and buckets of rain, like a lot of rain, even for the Northwest. So shelters were found short notice, and a fire was lit, and the fire sputtered through the evening, and smoked meats were had, and good times were had, and a few close friends, my dad, my brother, etc. And of course, the gifts of beer were passed around. One of those gifts was Consecration by Russian River. And I am a sucker for beer that involves wine barrels and wine ingredients in its making. Going back to Bale Breaker's Vino Vezes series. Come on, Bale Breaker, bring those back. Well, Russian River is a good enough brewery. I mean, who am I kidding? They're a really good brewery. And so Consecration is an ale aged in Cabernet Sauvignon barrels with black currants. Oh, that was a nice sound. Woo. Oh, that is a pretty beer. Pretty brown. That's fine. Touch of red, touch of copper to it. The head is rocky, but largely bigger bubbles. It is interesting. The bottle itself has a little has a note on it that says Brettanomyces, Saccharomyces, Pediococcus, and Lactobacillus. So I'm expecting a tart beer. And yeah, it says it's barrel aged for 9 to 12 months. So this was bottled in 24, and so it means it was brewed in 2023. And now it is just over a year later, year after bottling. Yeah, you definitely smell the currants. So it smells tart, but there's a dark, dried fruit to it. A little bit of sweetness to it too. That's good. That should help mitigate, balance some of the tartness. Yeah, it's mostly currants, you know, so almost raisins, basically, right? There's a little bit of roasty, dark malts, but they're not smoky. Like it's a dark grain note, like a dark bread, not rye. I believe this says there were 2 different malts involved, 2 varieties of dark malt giving a deep mahogany color, yada yada. So yeah, you can still smell the malt, but it reads like it's similarly dark to the currant, but you know, think black raisins, right? So it had with a slight more unctuous point. They're not exactly raisins; they're close to raisins. And so they're working like really, the flavors or the aromas are really close together. And so you're smelling them both, and you don't immediately think, oh, those are 2 distinct aromas. They are both working together. But yes, there is a dark malty aroma and this black currant aroma. And forgive my ignorance of wine, Cabernet is a red wine, I want to say, right? I enjoy red wines. Right? Good stuff. Okay. Initially, pretty tart, but there is more to it than just tartness. Once again, The black currant is definitely there. There is a dark maltiness to it. And then, like what you expect, the bitterness of hops is instead this kind of roasted grain aroma or flavor. Quite nice. I think this would go really well with a cheese and jam spread. Yeah. I appreciate that it is wine-like in its character. I should probably toast up some bread and put some apricot jam on it. And I think that would go very nicely. Wedge of cheese. Yeah, just what the doctor ordered. How's this for a relaxed scene, right? I wanted to savor this beer, show my enjoyment of it. So I figured I'd do this kind of lower down, sitting, spread eagled over my fire pit, which is occupied by a cat right now. Hi, Oz boy. Yes, hi, Oz. Who's escaping the breeze. There's also a decent amount of effervescence to this. Like, it's kind of, the head doesn't speak of a lot of foamy character, but the effervescence of the beer is still there, like you drink it. And it's this, you're getting a good deal of bubbling in your mouth. And it's a nice, just different character to it. It has a really pleasant aftermouth, especially for a tart beer. You're still getting a bit of the tartness. It feels like the tartness is going down your throat though. And there's some definite warmth from the alcohol. I wonder what the ABV is on this thing. 100%, no, 10%, 10.00. This is 1,000% ABV. 10% ABV. So yeah, there's a definite warmth to it. Definite heat. It doesn't really taste boozy, but you start feeling the warmth down your throat, and you're left with this kind of memory of black currant, that dark dried fruit, and this nice, it's not smoky, but it's roasted. Like there's a dark roasted malt characteristic. It's really surprising how much legs that malt has in this beer. It's a really surprising just amount. I'm used to the malt sometimes being eclipsed by the hops or the adjunct used in the beer, but in here it's really present. It plays a surprisingly significant part of the beer, and that's a good thing because the tartness and the black currant and all that, that's a lot of body and a lot of different strong flavors in there. And the fact that, or not a lot, but those are strong flavors. Hey boy. And the fact that they are able to make the malt shine through in spite of that is really significant. I appreciate that. Should probably get my pipe out and smoke a bowl with this. That or the jam on toast. Yeah. This is Osmium. We call him Oz. And he is our newest cat. Yes, good boy. He had fleas when we got him. Thankfully, those are all cleared out. He's got this nice fuzzy coat, a little bit of tan undercoat, which apparently there's some cat genetics friend, or friend who is not a cat geneticist, but knows something about that. She was saying that both his gray and the tan undercoat are both like recessive genes, or there's some characteristic to them that makes them pretty unique. So we're pretty cool. He's pretty cool. Yes, you are, boy. Anyways, this is me. I'm me. And this is Oz. And this is Consecration 23 by Russian River Brewing, and I will catch y'all. Oh, I suppose I should give it a rating. This is a 3-star beer. It's a good beer, and I'm enjoying it. Yeah, and I will catch y'all on the flip side.